were able to work the last 3 years with this grant, and we have seen a lot of our ideas come to fulfillment through partnerships, not only with C3 but also with the surrounding community. We have new benches, new trail signage. We also partnered with the RTP grant for Federal Highway Department, and we have a new walking trail that's gone in. On that walking trail, we have a challenge course provided by the RTP grant, and we also have new play equipment that was donated through the C3 grant and then installed with park funding. And the health department was also involved by donating swings and some more play equipment with that partnership for the RTP trail.
That was something that we had discussed and always wanted, was a garden of some type, but we knew we didn't have the manpower to work one that was actually in the ground. So we had kind of thought about this. So when this came about, we organized a group of volunteers through the Lauderdale County Commission on Aging to support this garden. One of the key things to know that they're really excited about it is I took produce in one day and they were playing bingo, and they got up and left bingo to come get the fresh produce. So you know that's a sign that they are excited to get the produce. And our local government we're now a line item on the budget. We now receive $300 a year annually from our local government. And a lot of people in town, a lot of businesses donated.
Some of the ways the park has benefited is to introduce residents of Humphreys County to the park itself. As I mentioned, for a number of years, the park wasn't actively used by residents here in Humphreys County. And we've been involved with a program called Marathon in a Month, whereas participants will try to walk or run 26.2 miles over the course of 1 month. By being a partner and a host site for some of those events, we've had people come to the park who've said, I've never been here before. This is some of the best events that we've had, because we've had rangers that are leading the walk, so they're learning some of the local history, being exposed to the park story, while also having the chance to be active.
We have an indoor exercise program now. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the daytime, and Monday and Thursday nights. But we're thrilled now that we went on and did the exercise program for the people that need, because they would have been sitting at home doing nothing. And that guy that is now walking and exercising might have been in the hospital because.
Well, first and foremost is that they can make healthier choices, which is going to lead to a lot of positive attributes in their life. Of course, as a food pantry, we primarily are focused on non-perishable goods, because those are the things that mostly get donated and can have a shelf life. With the opportunity of things from the Be More program, we can start offering better options for a better sustainable life.
Has done programming in the school system, and more recently the C3 grant has provided supplies for teachers in regard to active seating, in regard to just flexible alternative classroom models, and the teachers have been so receptive. And I would honestly say 3 years ago, I do not think they would be near as receptive to putting bikes in the classrooms as they are now. So I feel like a lot of what the extension program has done for our teachers is why so many of our teachers have been responsive to these alternative models in the class. I can honestly say now that we have modified a policy, and we have teachers bought into it, where I don't think they would have been bought into it years ago, but now we have them bought into it using other means such as physical activity, fitness, to reward students.
With the C3 grant, we have been able to work with the local office and obtain items that would make food preparation more safe for consumption from my participants for congregate meals at my senior center. We have a big deal. This is our 3rd year, is our straw bale garden. And that is, I guess, our prize project with you. We have been able to do 3 years to see the success of it, and it's very successful.
Ashley, and we talk with her. She comes out and does demos for us. We have demo days every month. She's also helped us in advertisement, and as well as helped us with our signs that are all on the border of Humphreys County that advertise our farm. Yes, they enjoy the demos, and it turns into more of a community affair than anything else. They demo, they come talk to us. It's a really nice day when the demos happen.
This will be my third year working with the C3 grant. The first year I got involved was with the first garden that we did in Ripley, and because of its success we added another one to Rice Park, and with that we were also able to get new playground equipment and exercise equipment for the adults on the property. So it has truly been a benefit to us health-wise as far as the nutrition options and your exercise options. This gave them access to fresh produce within their own community, so it has truly benefited the community.
I was minding my own business, and Donna Sanders called me and asked me to do it. She kind of twisted my arm because I grow vegetables myself. So I didn't think I would have time enough for it, but I find time. I enjoy it. We give it to Hollywood Church. We give it to the housing authorities, and then we give it to car parkings. If we have some people that are in the community that the church say they're sick or something, and we'll take stuff to that.
I worked with Rachel when we did the Dining with Diabetes. I participated in all of the Walk Across Tennessee, and I promoted it at our hospital. There were several people that signed up for that. Also, when they did the marathon in a month, which was a lot of fun, I did that and coordinated that with the hospital. I was really amazed to see how many people were involved in the community. I've never been to any meetings where you had the health department connected with UT Martin, connected with Fort Pillow State Park, connected with the hospital, connected with, and the connections just go on and on.
The city of Brownsville has benefited tremendously from the C3 grant. Since the Healthy Moves initiative is an initiative from the mayor's office, we've been able to partnership with C3 and get a lot done throughout the community, not just with physical activities, but definitely relating to exercise. One of the main things that I really like about the C3 partnership is being able to put adult exercise equipment in. We are fighting against obesity and diabetes, and the one thing we need to do is promote physical activity. And one in particular that we're most proud of would be the playground that the community built in one day, and it's the Kaboom playground. And while kids are playing, the adults are able to exercise and even utilize the benches sitting or exercise. And they've noticed that there are creative ways to exercise even with sitting on a bench. So
the programs, we've been heavily involved in the Walk Across Tennessee, the Marathon of the Month. They've given us some additional walking exercises. Marvin, we believe in healthy workers or happy workers, so it gives us another avenue to keep our workers active and give them, our associates active, and give them avenues to get out in the community and exercise. Lunch and learns have been great. Lots of good recipes, healthy recipes that you can go home in 30 minutes or less, prepare a healthy meal for your entire family. They've gone over well as well. We've seen a shift in the associate view towards it. We've got people that are now, with the walking programs that we've done, they're walking now. They've lost a tremendous amount of weight just from the way they're eating and their exercise program. So it's really benefited some of our associates to a great deal.
With the Haywood County Health Department, health is our business. So the healthier people are, the better it is for our business. We have received numerous things. We got a bike rack for our patients who come in who ride bikes. We didn't have anywhere for them to be able to park their bikes. They would just throw them on the sidewalk. Inside of the building, we have got a MyPlate kid-friendly waiting room now, which is something we did not have before. And it's really awesome, and it's a great conversation piece for the parents and the children to be able to sit and talk about the different fruits and the different vegetables. It's a big mural on the wall, and it's really nice. They see the parents pointing at the wall and saying, look at this, and talking to their kids about stuff.
We have a grant, which unfortunately is ending at the end of this year, for telehealth nutrition. So what we did was we took the plants that were out there, and then I would send them and tell them, okay, we have zucchini, we have eggplant. So they would give me a healthy recipe. So when they come in, I can, so if you get an eggplant, I will give you a recipe for eggplant.
We even had some this year that canned and made pickles. We had some that put up green beans and corn. So they really, the senior citizens, I think, benefited more. We have no problem with that. Even more of the senior citizens are walking. That's what makes me so proud of it. I noticed that they are walking because the thing that was so funny about it, they thought that once they walked around at one time, they hadn't walked a mile. Wow. But after the mileage sign was put up, they realized how far they had to walk. And it was very ludicrous. It was so funny because they thought they had walked further than they had. So the mileage sign was a very, very good project.
How many miles or how many laps do they have to walk?
3.5, almost 4. And they were walking one, thinking that they had walked a mile.
It takes you outside your comfort zone, and it pushes you to think outside the box. And I think that's the part that I love the most.
Wonderful.
And teamwork. I love that teamwork.
It's been fantastic to have Ashley as a partner, even with our marathon in a month. It's been such a bonus. We've got the signage out that tells, if you've walked a mile or a half mile, resources on nutrition classes. She's a great partner to have. We've been doing tasty days where you get to introduce vegetables and fruit to young people, and some kids that have never tasted them before. So that was a really unique experience. Yeah, we have people to always mention the signage in our local grocery stores, because it's fantastic. You walk in and it kind of leads you right to where all your healthier choices are, right to the fruits and the vegetables, and it's really neat. I see people all the time will stop and they'll say, oh, we've seen this, especially when we're at the farmer's market, and they see the Be More everywhere, and they say, oh, I've seen this in my grocery store, and it does, it's really working. It helps people to make those smarter choices.
Things that we have done, they understand about the walking more, and I think just seeing all the Be More campaign signs has got everybody, employees and students, involved. We did the walk to school, and it was a great program. The first time we did it, we only had like 25 people. The next time it was almost overwhelming. We had so many, but it was a great success. The kids loved it. And I've also enjoyed the signs because I love to walk and exercise myself, and the exercise boards on the benches have been great. It's just been a great thing for Humphreys County. I think it is going to make people healthier, at least make them aware of things that are available in our county, because we do have a lot of things. We have a lot of trails and a lot of different activities that can be done. So I think it's really putting the word out to get healthy.
I'm with the youth department, and we planted a garden this year. We've got some exercise equipment, some equipment for the children to play outside with. So it has been great for the children to see a new way of living, a healthier style of living. We, children and adults, we meet on Wednesdays for our YPD meetings, and every other Wednesday, Ashley comes in and weighs us privately. So we challenge each other every week to a pound or a pound or two, and the kids are so excited to laugh at the adults. But it's been a lot of fun, and it's made us more aware of what we eat and how much exercise we get, and more conscious about our health. Our pastor has even lost weight. We all have.
Coordinated School Health has a very limited amount of resources, and so the impact that I can have alone is very small. So having the opportunity to partner with UT Extension and all of the other community resources has been great, because it has allowed me to expand that impact to all of the schools instead of maybe just one or two small programs. We have physical activity laws in place now that the schools have to follow, and that's another great thing about the partnership with this grant, is that has given us some of the tools and the resources that we needed to actually comply with the laws that we have in place now. It's just been really refreshing. Instead of everybody working in individual silos trying to address the same program, or excuse me, the same problem. Everybody working together and pooling those resources and just making things happen.
Well, it's been like a real force multiplier in regards to, the objectives we want to, the goals we want to meet in regards to getting more people moving, eating healthier, just lots of stuff related to that, helping. Anytime we can get more fresh fruits and vegetables or get grocers or corner stores to think about including that more into their stock, I think it's great for everybody. And for us, really especially that we have to do, the primary prevention initiative at the health department, the C3 program has been just a humongous help in regards to helping us further that goal and, meet a lot of marks for that. So it's been great at the health department. People seem to be really familiar with the Be More signage, and, we've got it in both locations, be it the posters or the floor talkers in both locations, and people are familiar with it. They say they've seen it out in the community. They talk about how it's helped guide some of their choices, and so I feel like, yes, people have noticed it and, not just looked at it, but actually utilized the information they received.
Lots of things. Obviously, the garden has gotten a little larger. We've got a food science program that's sprung up from this. The students are really involved. They like to plant and harvest and prepare their own food, and they serve it to us as well. So lots of benefits. I'll say all of our teachers in the building have had something to do with this garden. We've had art teachers with students out here taking still lifes. We've had social studies teachers pulling grids across the boxes for latitude and longitude and talking, about that. We've math teachers, area and volume. English teachers have been out just to use for outside classroom.
The hiker crossing signs are basically there. We have 20 miles of trails. So everywhere that the trail intersects the road, I wanted some kind of little notification for the public while they're driving, not to, to be on alert. There's hikers crossing the road, gonna come out in front of you, whatever it might be. But the other signs throughout, we have the Fort Loop, which being a Civil War park, one of the main trails is the Fort Loop going to the fort. It's 2.5 miles long. So every quarter of a mile, there's a sign stating you've gone a quarter of a mile with a little inspirational saying. I have a playground already located there, and I put the row machine inside the play apparatus area with one inside the mulched area, and I have the bench located outside that, and I actually marked off the gravel loop going around the playground, so you can actually walk 10 laps around the playground, and it gives you a mile.
The health department has benefited tremendously. We've been able to partner with the C3, with UT Extension, in order to do more things in the county to just help grow the health mindset in this county. That has just been tremendous to be able to see people actually using the equipment that we've put out and getting to do other programs that we haven't necessarily maybe been able to do just with the health department itself. And then with the equipment, getting to drive by and see people out on the exercise equipment, the children on the playgrounds, has been just phenomenal.
Got money to do a garden, and we also got money to do pathways to health. So we purchased equipment for our gym, signage for our gym, to get people to walk more, come out there and use the hand weights, things like that more. Well, the garden's been amazing. We have been able to not only feed our church family, people can go at their leisure to pick stuff, donate it. We partnered with the Stanton Health Clinic to give them vegetables to give to their patients, and we had so much that they were actually able to share with another clinic. Vacation Bible School, we provide food, and we were able to not just have pizza, we also had salad that had fresh vegetables from our garden.
Have learned more about how to eat healthy, how to make better selection and choices of the foods that they eat. We've even seen students improve on eating their vegetables now, and we just really appreciate all that this grant has done to help us with that part of our project. All of our food science lab tend out of our garden, and they cook foods that are grown in the gardens. For instance, last year we cooked some greens out of our middle school garden, and the kids loved it.
All about it. Get kids moving. I'm very much into having an active classroom because I feel like the kids that are, when they're active, they're getting oxygen flowing to their brains, and they're having fun while they're learning. So it was something I was very excited about. It's benefited my classroom greatly, and not just my classroom, but the whole school, because everyone, when they saw the benefits coming from my class, wanted to know, where did you get this? How did you do these things? Because the kids, they saw how much the kids loved it. They would come to my classroom and they see the kids, and they're moving, but they're in their seats and they're learning, and they're really paying attention because they're able to move while we're having class with the bouncy bands.